guys, welcome back. So in today's video I am doing a eyeshadow look on this MAC makeup palette. It is the warm neutral times 15. So wouldn't you know it, there's bloody 15 shades in here. So I hope you enjoy this eye look. I'm gonna really quickly skip through all the boring stuff at the beginning and get straight to the eyes. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the video. Okay, so to start off this tutorial and makeup look, it wouldn't be the same unless you filled in those large and in charge pores. So I used my Benefit POREFESSIONAL, and now I'm priming my face with the world's best primer, the Hourglass Mineral Veil. It is so velvety, it just glides over your skin and holds your makeup on like no other. For foundation, I'm using the NARS Sheer Matte with a damp beauty blender. Not a huge fan of this foundation. I much prefer the Sheer Glow, but this is just what I had on hand, so I thought I'd give it a go again, but I was bitterly disappointed. Sorry NARS, much prefer the Sheer Glow. Once that's worked into the skin, it's time to highlight those areas of the face. That's me being bitterly disappointed. Highlighting and concealing with the Maybelline Age Rewind. You know the drill, the triangles all over the face. Now I am dampening my brush with my Urban Decay All Nighter and working this concealer into my face. And the angels look like they get a lot of sleep, so I'm using my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eyes for an ultra fresh look. And now it's time to set the cream concealers with my Mercier Secret Translucent Brightening Powder. Now there are certain areas of the face that we want to bring forward and make them stand out. So that's the center of the face. It gives a more dynamic look and a more youthful look. So I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime in Light Boost to really add some highlights. To make sure that our foundation does not flash back white in photos, you do need to use a camera finish powder. So here I'm just using the Napoleon one. To add some warmth to my face, I'm using the matte bronze. This is by far my favorite bronzer because it's really natural. It doesn't have too much glow to it, so it really blends in with your foundation. The way that I've really contoured my cheeks with it makes my cheeks look a lot bigger and more defined, which is what I really like, but you do need to make sure that it's blended around your forehead also. Now to deepen up that contour, I'm going in with the matte MAC bronzing, so just really emphasizing the cheekbone, making sure you've got it over your ear and through your temple. This is going to create that highlighted and contoured look. And these days, of course, you have to have absolutely flawless, perfect brows, so I will link my brow tutorial down below, and I'm going to quickly zip through this. How much better is life when you have a full set of brows on? Okay, so it's time to move on to the eyes. The eyes are the focus to get those really dull, big but natural kind of eyes. I know you're thinking, how do I know what they've got for 2016? Because it doesn't go to air for another few days. I've been stalking all of the celebs that I follow on Snapchat, and I've seen what they're wearing backstage. So they've used this MAC palette, they've used the matte white as a base, and then going in with, well, this is how I'm mimicking it, the matte white as a base, and then I'm using Saddle to contour the sockets of the eyes. I'm taking the contour up quite high and down the side here to make them look really open and make my eyes look even bigger. To really enhance your eyes and make them look a lot bigger, especially for stage, you really need to draw the depth and the dimension to the outside corners of the eye. I'm taking it up in a sideways triangle kind of motion. That's going to give your eyes a really lifted Kendall Jenner kind of effect. So at the moment, I'm just packing this darkest color on the outside and really softening it and blending it through the crease. Make sure you don't take this too high because it's going to look overdone. And now it's time to move on to the beautiful color in the center of the lid. I've chosen this pink because I feel like that best represents the Victoria's Secret style. It's really angelic and feminine and romantic but sexy at the same time. So I'm just patting this in the center of my lid and really blending it over to the darkest color on the outside of the eyes. The eyes do have to have a lot of softness to them, so make sure you're blending a lot through the crease. To make your eyes really pop and make them look even bigger, we're taking this light shade to highlight the inner tear ducts and then going in with a loose eye dust over the top to really open them up. To really enhance the soft pink, I've chosen this loose eye dust. It's like a golden peach toned, and when I pack this over the top of the other pink shade, it just really makes your eyes pop and look that bit more dramatic. And one small tip to make sure that all of the shadows and shimmers fuse together is to take your ring finger and softly tap across all of the shadows. It's going to make them look a lot more blended. Now I am, for my eye shape, to make them look even bigger and more lifted, I'm teaming this look with a wing. Not all of the angels have a wing on their eyes because they don't necessarily need it. However, my eye shape is a little downturned, and this really lifts them up and makes them look a bit more almond. To add a bit of sexiness and smokiness under the eyes, I am smoking the pink tone, and then I'm adding the darker shade as well on the outer corners and blending them both together. And to really open my eyes up, I'm going to use a big dramatic set of lashes, but first I am popping my mascara on, letting my lashes dry and prep whilst I do my cheeks. So I'm using the Napoleon contour palette to make my cheeks look a little bigger. I'm taking the blush and applying it like a bit of a tick shape. I feel like that plumps my cheeks up and makes them look that little bit bigger. And now I'm going into the highlight and putting that right on top of my cheekbones. The highlight is what stands out from stage with all the cameras and the lights, so you cannot skip that step. Now I am just tidying up the corner of my eyeshadow to make sure that it doesn't look messy or too grungy. For lips today, I am overlining them, of course. I want them to look super juicy and plumped. I'm using the Witty and Pink shade by Napoleon, and then for lipstick I'm using MAC Pink Plaid. It's really matte and it really wears for hours and hours, so I actually love this combo together. Sometimes I wear this as my everyday lipstick combo. Did you know that the Angels actually have 2 shows, both live, one at 6 PM, one at 9 PM? So they would need their makeup to stay extremely well. Even though they have touch-ups, they still need it to stay. So I've used the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, which smudged my bloody mascara. Freaking hell. Now I'm popping on a double lash because I want my eyes to look extremely open and lifted, as I've said a million times before. And whenever you have a whoopsie with your mascara, wait until it dries and then just get your concealer brush and flick it off. And that of course brings me to the end of this week's video. Don't forget to subscribe